Morning, Morai Vabotai. Be'ez Hashem, Mincha is going to be 8:10. Please be on time. As we were discussing yesterday, the halachot, we said there's a big difference between having a goy turn on a light for a Jew when there's no light in the room and there's nothing to benefit from. So you're starting from a point of total darkness and the goy turns on the light. We said in that case, A, you're not allowed to benefit from the light. B, you have to protest initially that he does not do it. You have to stop him from doing it. As opposed to in the case where there's already a candle lit and he's lighting a secondary candle on his own for the sake of the Jew, where you do not have to protest, you don't have to stop him, and you could benefit from that light so long as the first candle is still lit, because it's an additional light. It's not that he's creating something from nothing. There already was light that you could have benefited from, and this just adds more. So as long as that first candle is lit, you're allowed to benefit from that. This is where the topic of hinting comes into play. A lot of people have a lot of misinformation when you're allowed to hint, when you're not allowed to hint. So let's analyze it. What does it mean to hint? You tell a goy, not directly. You say to him a story. You have to tell him a story. Oh, we don't know what to do. The light turned off. That's hinting, right? When you tell him a whole story and the goy is supposed to understand on his own what you want from him. So if the case is where there's no light and there's nothing to benefit from, and then you want to hint to the goy, is that going to be allowed? Clearly not, because even if the goy does it on his own without you saying a word to him, if he's doing it for you, it's going to be asul. So even hinting is going to be a problem. So this is what people make a lot of mistakes. They think hinting is always okay. No. In a case where there's a complete benefit, of course you're not going to be able to hint, because even if you didn't say a word, he's not able to do it for you. So where does hinting actually come into play? Where the benefit is just on the additional. Then you're allowed to hint. So as an example, the Marit says, is they used to have the candles, a lot of times they would develop the soot. This is a black ash that would develop and it would stop the candle from being bright. It would be very faint. But you could still use it. It just wasn't as good. It wasn't as solid. It wasn't fluid. And you wouldn't be able to see as well. So the Marit explains, in such a case, you would be able to hint to the goy. Now you have to hint properly, because even hinting you have to do correctly. Sometimes people hint in a command form. I need someone to fix the candle. No, say that. Even if you didn't say to him. But you said a command. I need someone to fix the candle. That's not allowed. That's not a hint. A hint means the candle is not bright. It's a story. The candle is not bright. I don't know what to do. How am I going to make sure that I'm able to read if the candle is not bright? And then the goy is supposed to understand from the story, it's basically a sob story, that the goy is supposed to get that you need his help. And then that's called hinting. Hinting is allowed in such a case. Why? Because the candle's on. He's just making it better. Or there's one candle, he's adding another candle. There's light from the outside, he's just turning on the electricity. Those are cases where hinting would be permissible to be done. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.